WCS site, where they have the replay pack. And anybody can download the replays.
Additional
WCS Starcraft. Let's look it up. I'm looking it up right now. Here you go. Ta-da! There you go. So, Special has a very... I don't want to say unique style of Terran, because that's not accurate. But his entire... most of his style is controlled chaos. And it's usually very well controlled. But he just keeps throwing units at his opponent. Drops and Liberators and Hellions and whatever. And see what sticks. And so pretty much he tries to poke you. And you look to the left. And then he pokes you again from the right. And then you look to the right. And then he punches you in the face. Is usually what happens. Even when he's playing mech, that's how he does it.
Command center upgrade.
But for right now, I believe he's got his camera location set up. He actually is hotkeying his orbitals on separate hotkeys, or his command centers on separate hotkeys right now. I don't know if he played Brood War or something, but... Another thing, he hotkeys his barracks, his factory, and starport on different hotkeys as well, which means he can set different rally points for the units. That's kind of a stylistic choice. Plenty of pros put all their production on one hotkey, and plenty of pros put it on 3 different hotkeys. I couldn't tell you which one is more common. It's kind of like camera location and base camera injects for Zerg. Like, a lot of pros use camera location injects. A lot use base camera. There are a couple other methods as well. Just like individually hotkeying queens. But it's a bit of a stylistic choice. Nothing interesting happened, right? So you didn't need to see that. It's really bad tonight. Going through a lag storm.
Add-on complete.
It's gonna be a Hellion build. But I'm less what I'm trying to do with this. Not really serious, but my idea for what I was trying to do with what I'm doing right now is not the breakdown. It's not necessarily why. I mean, obviously I want to talk about why they're doing what they're doing. But what I'm trying to do with this particular method of looking at these replays is not tell you why they're doing what they're doing necessarily, but what they're doing. All the little things that are even I wouldn't notice unless I was concentrating, looking in first person. So that's why I said, like, in their eyes. I'm just like, I can't commentate as fast as they're doing things, but I'm trying to keep up. That's the idea here. Some games I like to go into, but why did you decide to go for Hellions? Or why did you decide to attack that base? But this is what he's doing. Trying to keep up. Right? Yeah. The Reaper continuing to come back in. The Marine is on patrol to give him a little bit of time in case of Zergling counterattack. He's rallying the Hellions to the Reaper as well. He's going to send him out. Just keeps very active. He's very active on his units, which is another stylistic choice. If he's always up in his face, perfectly in control of the units, he can usually see any Zerglings coming out. But there is a little bit of an option for maybe slipping by with a counterattack or something. But he always is trying to be on top of the creep, shaving off a few lings, maybe getting a stray drone, denying the creep spread is a big one. Puts the Reaper in front there with a little bit of micro in order to be able to heal. Because Reapers heal, that's the beauty of them. And he's actually getting stim, but he's getting stim under an Overlord. So is he going to cancel the stim when the Overlord dies, or is that actually his plan? But he is... Yeah, 4 Hellions are at home. He only left 2 Hellions at the front. Okay, it looks like... Prostradamus. But he's gonna... It was to just try to mislead Sarah. And comes back in with only 2 Hellions and a Reaper. He kept 4 Hellions at home. The thought process being, if you counterattack with Zerglings and get by my first 2 Hellions, I'll have them at home. And even if you do just try to fight these Hellions, I can probably either retreat or, well, losing 2 Hellions and a Reaper isn't the end of the world. Yeah, notice he just keeps them out there. Brings the Liberator in, sieges it up. Thank you, Cuckis.
Hi.
Welcome back, 2
Hi,
months.
Rosa. Still loving your
And
stream
Tathara
less than
for
3.
16 months. And sees the roaches, sieges up the lib, finds a location at the back, rebuilding, well, building towards the wall, gets to the high ground. Cloak is on the way, trying to target down a roach there. Continually jumping to the lib to see if it's under attack or about to be under attack, pulls it back over to the side. Thank you, a few fishes as well. Banshee coming towards the front to help defend. The base on the low ground is a little bit vulnerable. The Liberator about to siege up, going to be pulled back. Still staying on the high ground. Hellions don't have that much range, so he doesn't actually mind having the depots down because he knows roaches aren't going to be coming up there very easily. Oh! Cyril snuck around the side. He actually dodged the Banshee. Liberator taken out in the main. He dodges back behind the depots in time, finds a good angle in order to get maximum splash damage, starts 2 more Hellions. Thank you again to a few fishes.
Research
I think I got that one.
complete.
But there are 2 factories behind the third base on the low ground. If Cyril could have canceled that, that would have been a big deal, but I don't think he would have with that many Hellions and Banshees. And he knows he's killed the roaches, so why not just go off to the edge of the creep? There's not going to be roach speed anytime soon. Cloak is done, but there is an Overseer on the way. He's already built a couple tech labs for potentially... Oh, just dodge it. Looking for an angle there. Banshee goes in towards the main. Second Banshee going to join it. He pre-cloaked. He pre-cloaked before going onto the creep. This means that the creep tumors... Right now, Cyril has vision of this area. So, he saw that the creep was extended and make sure that these Banshees have as much time as possible to do damage. Some creeps right in the front. I'm surprised he's not engaging it. He's actually microing the Banshees. He's missing a couple steps here. But some good micro at the back. Missed around a creep tumors was the only mistake there. Continuing to build SCV scouts, sees more roaches were built. Railing out more units, started 2 siege tanks. He's in position. The depots come up. A little bit of miss micro on the Hellions. He didn't expect this counterattack. The Banshees are idle on the other side. This did catch him off guard, but already splits off Hellions in order to deny the retreat of a lot of those Zerglings. Oh. Cyril's catching a lot to start this game. It is going to be back. The Hellions, a lot of units going down. Like, Special has lost several Banshees, several Hellions. I mean, he's trying to do a lot of things in his macro. How many SCVs now? We're looking at 66 SCVs. Wait, did he just remake a barracks? No, that was a factory, right? Yeah. No, he's remaking a barracks. Holy shit! He's gonna go for ghosts already? We're at like 150 in supply. He's gonna go ghost Vec. Running by the Hellions. He doesn't have Blue Flame. He does have +1. But that's not going to make a big difference. Blue Flame +1, 2 shots drones, but without the Blue Flame. And also this serves as a scout. He sees the Spire. He knows that it's going to be Broodlords. Gets a few kills. And he saw the drones coming down to the 4th base. He's bringing the Banshee over to the side, taking a 4th of his own. Ghosts already on the way. Getting Mobius Reactor for that energy. Sees this base. The Banshee more of a scout than anything. Hellions running by to the right side. He knows he'll draw a little bit of attention here. There's actually nothing. He found a nice location. And the Blue Flame is not done, but it doesn't need to be if he has that many. Now, these Hellions are both doing damage and drawing Cyril's units back. I mean, they're doing a lot of damage, but it also serves to draw units back. The Banshee's in the main. Gonna go down. He still was able to move it to a useful location, but it's not quite enough. He's already got ghosts.
Add-on complete.
This is
Research
Spookback.
complete.
This did cost him some upgrade timing, though. Getting all this gas. Hellions on the right side. I mean, the left side. Oh, and the blue flame. Oh, and he's staring at it. This is Special's camera. He's like, no, 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 it's not going to get any better than this. That was the longest he stayed with his camera on one location the entire game. Like, by a pretty large margin. He spent like 10 seconds because he realized the opportunity he had there. And he knew, no matter, he banked up 1,000 minerals. He's like you guys. He saw a Hellion run by, banked up 1,000 minerals. But in this case, when you kill 17 drones for like 4 Hellions, I think it's forgivable to bank up 1,000 minerals because 17 drones at this stage of the game is a huge deal. But that tells you how much attention he was paying, that he's banking up minerals and he was just staring at it. Thank you, Styles, bro. Well, that's gets the Liberator off to the side. Hellion's already sent out towards the left. He hasn't brought the core army out yet. But the Hellions are already getting into position. He checks the watchtower to see if there are units at it. There aren't, so he dodges.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Sees the Greater Spire on the way. He already knew where the Spire was. The Hellions are kind of looking for the army right now. Some ghosts. He has ghosts hotkeyed separately, tanks hotkeyed separately. He's actually moving out here. The Roach Hydra's in position. Starting to leapfrog. What did he decide on there? I forget what I don't know what he canceled. Has he made... Has Special made a starport? Yes, yes. He made Banshees and Liberators. I'm a fucking idiot. There's literally a Liberator on the map right now.
Base is under attack.
Alright, this push on the right. This push on the left. He's got the ghosts. He saw the Greater Spire building, so he knew he had a little bit of a window. The Hellions are going up. He's sending the Liberator, trying to sneak in. But I do, no matter how this game ends, I do want to see a special buyer. Scans forward. Will he continue? The Liberator finally shot down at the net. And now Special. How many ghosts? He can take down these broods. 2 shots. There's 1 brood. His only anti-air is ghost, though. He really needs to take care of those ghosts. He has no other... He has like 1 or 2 Liberators. But Liberators don't kill broodlords. A little bit risky. He sent the ghosts on the wrong pathing there. That was... If they got caught, he has no anti-air. He's not making Thor... Oh my god. What are you doing? Those are your only anti-air units, Special. Are you crazy?
Upgrade complete.
If he loses those ghosts. Fusion core on the way. Give me the battle cruisers. He's not making any Vikings. The Liberators are for anti-ground. They're not for anti-air. And he only has a handful of ghosts. Like, how many ghosts are we looking at? Oh, 9. He has some back at home. All right, going to the left side. We got Liberator to the left, Liberator to the right. He's continually scanning in the center, ready to engage. The Liberator on the left side is going to go siege up the 4th base. He's already got a Liberator sieging up the other one. The Fusion Core is almost done. A Hellion run by sent out. A Liberator sieging up the 4th. Still moving forward with a few units.
Recalled in the fleet.
Thank you, Bon Jovi. 22 months, welcome back. Sees the roaches on the left, commits more units to that left side. Tries to move the Liberator over to the right. Scouts a lot of Hydras on the right side, pulls back a little bit. Realizes that's where the army is located, but he has control of the watchtower, so he has time to pull back. Advanced Ballistics has started. We got 3 more command centers. Scans and sees where the roaches are moving and where they are not. He dodges the Hellions around the roaches. There's no creep there to catch up. He's going to be able to get into the 3rd. At the same time, he's sieging up the 4th. He sees more roaches. He's going deep into the natural at the same time, splitting off some Hellions to draw fire and potentially get more kills. This base is under fire. He's going for the mineral line. Targets down some drones. This base still being attacked. He's got 4 more command centers on the way, building up the ghost count. The tanks are still in the center. He's holding the creep back. And he's waiting for the advanced ballistics, but there are corruptors on the way. 1 tank at the watchtower just to hold it down, keeping control of all parts of the map right now. Oh no, the tank's on siege in inopportune timing. He doesn't want to use the snipes on anything but broodlords and maybe vipers and corruptors. There's still no anti-air besides some liberators, but those don't really count because they're not for anti-air. Some changelings coming through. Just gonna roast those +3. Is that +3? He's actually getting upgrades for the ghost, by the way. He's getting infantry armor. 2 more command centers. He's got bases all over the map. There's a liberator on the right side. He's looking for where those vipers are. He pulls back. Advanced ballistics is second away. A Hellion run by over to the right. More drones are going to be roasted. He's sending out some units up towards the north side. He wants to engage that base again, potentially. Advanced ballistics is done. I don't know if he's sieged up any liberators in position. The Hellbat's trying to get in position to engage the roaches, but they've already done their job. He's kept Cyril's drone count down. Another changeling being targeted. The base is scouted. There's no base there. He doesn't have to focus his attention there for much longer. He's got Hellions on the right side. 4 more liberators in production. He's happy with his tank count now. He's going more towards the mobile mech. That Liberator's still not dealt with. That base is off center. He doesn't give a fuck. The Liberator gonna re-siege. Another round comes in. He finds some more drones. The barbecue never ends. And the tanks are coming in at the top side. This is gonna draw the army away. He sees where the Hydras are. Will he move up? Oh, big roast again. 11 kills. He's gonna kill more. Tanks pulling back. Attack on the left side. Planetary already there. We're getting +2 armor for Ghost. That's happening. So many Liberators. This is Ghost Liberator.
Ghost reporting.
He's killed the base on the right side with the Hellbats. 14 more drones go down. High-sec auto-tracking. This is the most cost-effective army that Terran can make. This is the Sky Toss of Terran. You have the Ghost to snipe everything that can threaten the Liberators and EMP all the spellcasters, and then the Liberators kill everything on the ground. This Ghost Liberator... The scans forward. He, 1, wants to clear creep, and 2, wants to make sure he has time to siege up. Cyril is kind of limited on his bases. Okay, now Special knows the army's there. He's going to continue to move forward. There's still bases all across the board right now. The Liberators start to siege up. He's got a scan forward. There are the Broodlords scouted out. He does have Cloak. That's a lot of Broodlords. His only anti-air, but the snipes come out. Big snipes. He has to pull back because he can't be taking damage from the Broodlings. But another couple snipes. He's able to get some of the Vipers as well. So many snipes! MLG 420 Pro Gamer. Cyril drops heavily in supply. There's nothing else going on. It's all about this push. He wanted to make sure he landed those snipes. The Planetary not quite perfectly on center. Close enough. Every unit can be sniped. You can snipe biological in every Zerg unit. He's stunner stepping his Ghost against the hatchery here. Another army sent out. I believe a Liberator was sent out towards that right side. The Hydras. Oh. How are we going to deal with this army? The Planetary is blinded. This base is going to go down. Where does Special go with his army? He's going to pull back.
It's getting too hot.
A Liberator going to go out. There's only really one fresh mining base for Cyril now. Is he giving away STVs, or is he mining from that base over there? Oh my god, he's got the top. During all this, he's expanded to the entire top left corner. By the way, it's ridiculous.
Upgrade complete.
Ready to raise some hell. Ready to raise some hell.
Unacceptable command. We are
Planetary, sensor tower, double refinery. I mean, throughout all this, he keeps flipping to his production. Liberator in the main. There's something towards the north.
Completed.
Liberator was taken out in the main.
Mineral field
ready for dust off.
Scan sees the army, sees infestors, sees the base. So now it's up to him. Which way do you go? Which way do you decide? And that base isn't up yet. The base on the right is almost up by now. So he's going to target the base on the top right. Already sieging up, cutting off any path that he could potentially go down. I'm not sure if building armor is done. Building armor is started. He has building armor on the way. That's happening. A handful of tanks still. But those Liberator... Oh my god. A scan. There's only 1 or 2 Broodlords left. He snipes it out immediately. But the snipe goes off before the fungal lands. Oh my god. This siege! Jesus! Oh my god! He comes in, cloaks the Ghost, but there are plenty of spores. He's looking for the EMPs on the Vipers and the infest. Oh, there! What the fuck happened to that Ghost? Holy shit! What is going on? Do you see it? What? What? What just happened to that ghost? I don't know. This spine crawler just threw it to heaven and it dropped a lifeline. EMP's coming out. Good Viper pulls. But there's nothing to stop this. Cyril is maxed out. What can he do? The snipes. A fungal interrupts a lot of them, but the tanks are already on the base. He saved some of the ghosts. He needs the broods, and the broods need to survive. There are Vikings on the way, but this base is down. If he gets that northern base. Another set of snipes. Big hits. More snipes. Oh. Oh, and he drops the ghost on the other side, ready to snipe again. EMPs.
Upgrade complete.
And even the Liberator's at the end. He might be able to get one more. He gets one more brood. One brood's not going to do anything. The Freedom from downtown brought a little bit closer to home. The ghosts are being reinforced. They're actually out of energy now. But there are no big targets to snipe, so it's not a huge deal. Some more tanks getting caught a little bit out of position. It's just a full rally point war. The Vikings starting to work on this. Cyril throwing it back, but he's out of money too. The Hellions trying to target down, trying to get some shots on the Hydras and also distract them from the Vikings. Trying to draw them into the Freedom Zone. Scans for that base to the north. Realizes this is still a very important location. Everybody backs off for a split second. Another shot comes out. The Liberators do so much damage, almost one-shotting the Hydras. He might have to re-siege some of these libs. The Hydras find a location. Special falling apart. He needs to pull it together. He's still got to attack the right. I don't know what happened to this base, but Special has so much income still. He still has the top left. No, wrong. There. Okay. The SCVs are killing a roach. But Cyril holds.
Reporting for action.
And everybody backs off. It looked unbreakable, but Cyril did it. That was crazy. That was some crazy shit. Ugh. But we're not done yet. There's more drones on the Barbie. Cyril microing his drones with all his heart. Alright. Special giving away some SCVs. He's not close to max, but he has a lot of income. Now it's Cyril's turn to find a base. A couple Liberators split off, Hellion run-bys, because he knows he doesn't have the army to fight. This is a classic special style. Does he not have... Oh, he has smart servos. But a classic special style is if you're not ready to fight, you harass. If you're ready to fight, you send out like one Liberator and then you try to punch through. But he's sending out the Hellbats, he's sending out the Hellions to try to buy time. He knows he's going to lose some ground. But the Liberator's already sieged up. He's microing against a Hydra. He's moving the army to try to defend this base. If he loses that base, that's a lot of his potential income. Some of these orbitals are going to have to lift. The 3 bases are essentially mined out. Special reaching towards 200. Sending out a handful more Hellions. They're also just trying to scout for the army.
All hands to battle stations.
I'm in a heap of trouble. Ready to race?
Mineral field depleted.
Army scouted on the right side. Do we see any Hellions split off? Is he going to try to fight this? He's given up some ground, which means the creep could be respread. He actually hasn't, but... Oh, these players are pretty stressed out right now, I believe. Oh. Hydra's kind of caught out there. I mean, some Hellions will go down, but a couple snipes. And once again, Special going to engage this location. He's nearly maxed out. How many ghosts? How many ghosts on the table? 7 ghosts. I don't think there's any medevacs to heal them or pick them up. But he's kind of gotten into this. He slipped into the DMs and to this base. Oh, that's a lot of Broodlords. That's his first scan he got of that army. But if he takes out both these bases and can tactically withdraw, then he might be alright. A Thor is here! Pounding down the mace. The Orbital's trying to take, and he scouts the Vipers. He knows where everything's coming towards. He needs to work towards that right side. It's time for tactical withdrawal. He's gonna hold. He's gonna try to hold on to these bases, but without most of his army there.
Base is under attack.
Yeah, he's got to give up that top base. The army's scrambling to retreat. Thor just did a spin move,
Are under attack.
trying to figure out he's gonna get that. Thor's gonna get a double kill on hatches. Special trying to reinforce. How much energy is on the Vipers? The planetary's holding. The army's coming back. He's killed 2 bases, but he doesn't want to lose 2 of his own. That's so many Vipers. EMPs. Well, snipes do the job even better. Gets a lot of the Vipers, able to catch them on the way out. Still killing drones. A dozen drones and SCVs on both sides. Thank you, Hangman. Special able to hold on to this base. He's got the bottom right. He's continuing to push forward. He knows there are still units in the bottom right. He's killed these bases. Now he just needs to work towards the northern side. The Thor is still going to work. The tank's getting really ambitious. He only has a few Liberators to cover. Still several ghosts behind. Gonna go for the EMPs? Not quite going for it. If he gets, well, he needs the snipes for the Broodlords. He gets them 1, 2, 3 out of 4. How many more ghosts are there? Another snipe. He doesn't quite land the final one to finish off the last Broodlord. How many more snipes does he have left? The Liberators are coming up, but he's pulled in. The Blinding Clouds are good as well. The siege line is so deep. It's so deep. Special brings up reinforcements. Cyril dropping in supply. There are no bases. This is all of his income. Down goes the Brood. Almost all the Vipers were used there. He needs to consume. Trying to get the EMP landed on the Infestors, but some of the ghosts get caught. Splitting off some tanks to the left side, scanning forward, sees he has the opportunity to move through. Cyril's last stand. He's special, looked like he was broken, but the ghosts hold through. EMPs? EMPs on everything! No blinding clouds! The tanks are uncontested! GG! This is peak Terran. You may not like it, but this is what peak Terran looks like. Special at 300, Cyril at 443 APM. The effective action